You ever worried when you leave for a convention that you're missing something? Me too. What's that one thing you don't leave home without? Hi everyone, and welcome to Chaos Packing Tips with Very Great Cosplay. This weekend is Toronto Comic Con, and I have to pack all 3 of my costumes into this one box. And don't get me wrong, all the makeup and hair products are my other backpack, so I have a little bit of space, but I figured I'd share some of my favorite things that I like to bring with me over the weekend. Maybe some things you might not have thought about, maybe things everybody has thought about, but I just want to share some tips while I get to packing. Join me on my Tetris journey. This first thing is my ski box. It is what I use as a suitcase, and it's super durable. I got it at Home Depot for around $50, but the wheels are super durable. They're better than any suitcase wheels I've ever had to deal with. And it's hard. It's a hard box so that your stuff doesn't actually get crushed. There's tons of space. It does come with an inner lined tray so you can kind of do your tools properly. But I don't use the tray because obviously I pack all my stuff a little differently. Let's get to it. When it comes to costumes, a few of them all have the exact same thing. It's always good to write yourself a list so you don't forget anything. Every costume generally has shoes, wigs, contacts sometimes. 2 different ways I like to pack certain stuff. So armor is on its own difficult, right? So sometimes you can put things inside other things to kind of compact it all, but it might get dinged up in the process, which is why I bring like an extra paint, or if you make sure you coat it properly. Now, don't get mad at me, Fran is not top coated properly, so she might get dinged up, hence why I have little bottles of paint that I'm also going to take with me just in case for touch-ups. Seeing as the armor is the biggest thing, I think I'm probably going to pack that first, just to see what kind of space I do have, to see if I can tuck some things inside some other things. Like these little guys, the knee parts can go with inside the other parts. The biggest problem I think I'm going to have is her actual suit. This whole thing has to fit in there too. It'd be a miracle if I could get it all to fit properly. Said shoes and wigs, important. You tuck things inside of other things, secret like. I'm gonna have to deal with the chaos later when it comes time to put things back. My issue that I always find I have is when I'm in the middle of the weekend, right? I wear what I need to wear and then I change out of it and then I just kind of shove it in another place, which I have a solution for that. You can buy these pretty much anywhere. I'm pretty sure I got mine at Walmart, but you can use it like a little hamper. Stick that in your case there. My friend Sylvia got me this sweet little contact case where you can have a bunch of multiple, so all my different contacts are in there for each different day. And some extra fluid and things. Obviously you can't go anywhere without your hairspray. People usually use Got2b. It's like the #1 cosplay hairspray because it's a lot like glue. If you really want, and I think I might, I'm going to bring some actual clear glue with me as well, because it'll help with some of the certain things, like things you would need really structured. Hairspray sometimes doesn't cut it. I unfortunately don't have wig tape this time around, so I'm really going to be dealing with a lot of potentially spirit gum, or I like to bring this. I know that you probably shouldn't use it on your skin, but I have multiple times, and it does work really, really well. It just is a pain to clean up afterward. It's the spray adhesive you use for projects for school. Never know when you need to stick something to something else. I like to use Ziploc bags because that way I can keep everything contained, seal it up. Works wonders because then you can vacuum out the air and you have a lot more space packing. You can label everything too. That way you know what goes where and you don't get confused later on when you're repacking back up. Let's get in the bag. Sometimes you really gotta squeeze them tight. Like you would with anything, right? Ta-da! Beauty. Nice the amount of space now. I'm gonna need all the space I can handle. Now this is something that not everybody has and you don't necessarily need, but I like to have. It's a steamer. I wish that I had one that was a little smaller because this one's like really big and not made for travel, but I am going to take it with me this time around. I'm gonna bring Jinx's backup paint just because you never know. Like those tattoos I tried, the new tattoos for Silhouette, they were not staying. I don't know if it was just too warm in the building and they're peeling off me. Good to pack your shoes kind of like this to save on space. If I wasn't taking the train, bring this guy with me, which has all of my other like random essentials. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. It's my little fix-it kit I like to bring to conventions, so if somebody needs help, I'm able to fix it or I'm able to help them. But I have a little smaller kit that I made that has kind of the essential super glue, you know, needle and thread, that kind of stuff. You always want to have a little emergency kit on you, just in case, because you never know. You never know how it's going to go. Now, normally, when I can get away with it, I would just keep all of the wigs on their heads so that everything could stay upright and styled, but unfortunately, I can only really fit maybe one head with me, so I have to pack this beauty and restyle her when I get there, which isn't a big deal. I just don't like doing it. Yeah, same with Sailor Mars's wig. Her wig is also in a Ziploc bag right now. Okay, that's done. Problem is that Fran, she cannot go in a bag like at all because it's all connected. I'll show you. See? Can't really put this one in a bag. She's gonna have to just kind of like lay in there somewhere on top. Which brings me to my next favorite thing is this. It's a wig stand. It actually works for traveling wig stands too technically because it screws in to any table or surface where as long as you have like a wide enough spot. But I always bring this with me, that way when I'm in the hotel room I can just kind of like stick it on something and restyle the wigs. Make sure to pack that. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna just... Where? How? How? Now I may hear you asking, but Rachel, you have 2 hands. I don't understand. Why not just have a secondary suitcase? Well, for one, then I'd have to pay extra for a secondary suitcase. And for 2, I still have to carry 2 weapons with me. Archery Fran bow and my giant Jinx weapon that I'm bringing with me. So, packing is tight. All of the things. I'm always so paranoid that I'm going to leave something at home, and Toronto is 3 hours away, so I can't get it. Whenever I leave, sayonara, she ain't coming. Not too shabby. Let's see if it closes now. Ooh, yep, just barely made it. There's also some generic things that I take with me, like a multi-tool. I have those kind of things in the other bag, like eye drops, spirit gum, eyelash glue, any kind of adhesive to stick anything to anything else. Things like snacks, water, very important. You don't want to be on the contour and then having problems where you're not eating or you're passing out because you're dehydrated. Obviously, it goes without saying, deodorant, body spray, all those good things. And shampoo, conditioner, body soap, all the basic hygiene stuff, which is all in my other backpack. So this is just the costumes. I don't think I can, part of me wishes I could get the bow in as well, but I think that's a pipe dream. Yeah, it ain't gonna fit in here as much as I dreamed. It's not gonna fit. Thanks for joining me, everyone. And leave a comment in the section below to let me know what you don't want to leave home without. What's that one thing that you always take with you when you're traveling? I got everything. I always feel like I'm missing something, you know?